Well, John, a 3-1 victory against Shrewsbury. What's your take on the result and performance?
Result, brilliant, obviously, to come and do the job here. Really happy with, I think, under the circumstances, coming back off a really, I think, tough emotional night on Tuesday night where, I think we put everything into it. Performance-wise, I didn't think we were great, but, we got the job done. There were a few things I wasn't particularly pleased with at half-time and at full-time, but to be honest, at this stage of the season, the only thing that matters is the result.
Went in just before the break, got that second goal. How important was that in sort of the context of the game?
I think obviously it's good to score at that time, but I think we were going to go into the sort of half-time break with the same message anyway, and I thought we would always have enough in the second half to really kick on. I think we did it in spells. I didn't think we'd do it for sort of sustained periods, and we didn't quite put the game to bed as comfortably as we could and should have done. But again, I think it is a really tough one. I thought we looked slightly jaded. I thought our energy was a bit down after Tuesday night, which was understandable, and one of the reasons we made the changes. But it was always going to be one of those ones off the back of a very, very tough week, where I think if we don't get the second goal early, it could be a tough one.
What did you want to see from your side in the second half?
I think we lacked a bit. We were half a yard off quite a few things in the first half. The goal probably summed it up. Just didn't quite get there. We had 4 over-committing on our right-hand side, and that's why I think Shipley ended up getting the free shot from the position he did in the box. It was plenty of huff and puff. We weren't quite incisive enough with some of our forward play as well. So we just wanted a few more forward runs, a few more forward passes. We got it in patches. I thought we largely defended them pretty well, and just want to see more of that in the second half.
You made 3 changes to the 11. What was the thinking there?
Just about freshening it up from Tuesday night, just bringing in sort of fresh legs. So doing that with Swanee, we've done that a few times this season. Just interchanged the fullbacks. I think Mox had obviously added sort of the highs of Tuesday night to come into the game from, and also it was a game I was never going to play Lee Evans after his first start in 6 months. So it was one of those where we were always going to make that change, and bring in a bit more or a different threat. I think in having Cassini up front was a nice option to have.
Colby and Cass haven't played together too much over the course of the season, but recently they have. From the off today, how did you find that?
I thought it worked at times. Probably one of the reasons that we don't do it too often is because we sometimes lose our shape a bit. So, I don't really know in the moment. I'm going to have to review the game, see how it went. And again, one of the things we always work on is obviously our shape. We haven't consistently done that with those two on the pitch. So it's something that we might have a bit of time to work on going into next week.
Why do you think we couldn't capitalise on that opening goal just 3 minutes in?
First of all, I thought Shrewsbury played well. They made it difficult for us. They were relatively deep, but they still sort of pressed the backwards pass pretty well, shifted well from side to side. Couldn't quite open them up. They're a decent side, They've been in good enough form. They've taken themselves away from the relegation zone. So I also thought we were slightly sloppy. A few times the ball went forward, it didn't stick, and just not quite incisive enough with the way we played.
Like you said, there were some sloppy moments and certainly areas to improve on in that 90 minutes. But how pleasing in the end is it that you've grinded that result out?
I think that's 90% of it is the result today. I know I've just said the result's the only thing that matters, but I do still care a bit about the performance. But at this stage of the season, after the week that we've had, where we've put in 2 excellent performances away at Wycombe and at home to Derby, I think with everything that's gone on, it's just really important we got the result.
Just finally, back here at Fratton Park, how good is it to be able to watch the players at the end enjoying the scenes with the fans?
It's brilliant. It's great. It's I think a really good sort of marker to get to 90 points. First of all, to have the potential rewards going into the games next week. It's definitely something that's really exciting, I think, for the football club. So we've just got to keep ourselves focused. I know it's really, really difficult at this stage of the season, but making sure we stay focused. We've got a big game next week against obviously a very, very good Bolton side. So we've got to make sure that we do our best to prepare for that.